Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. Last time we started the Ebony Void Crusade. Yes, it is Ebony. And we will continue that by going here. I was about to plead with the game again. I can't suffer through trying to figure out how to get to a certain location. Yeah, we'll just keep making these. Realistically, it's only a little more difficult. Slap that plus 11 difficulty on there. If I knew that increased chance to get relic or higher items was discernibly higher, I'd be down, but I don't know how much of an improvement it is. Ooh, 51%, whatever.
Intelligence assets claim that valuable data might be recovered from the battlefield. Find some survivors and locate the intel.
So, if you missed the news, or really care about it, Heroscape didn't get funded. The project is now on... eternally shelved, is the best way that it's been described. And as I had mentioned before, I'm not surprised. When you only advertise it online, and it's niche as hell, you're gonna run into that. It should have been, if anything, it should have been a limited production run, available online. Some retailers can order some, but you just have a little bit of a run, you test it out that way. Because it needed, I think, $2 million or something to solidify producing it. And it sucks because I would have been down, but like I had said as well, part of it is they were unpainted. For $250, yeah, you get a bunch of miniatures, but they're all unpainted. And I can guarantee a lot of people would have been fine with just getting fewer miniatures if they were painted. Not only that, it's the fact that, personally at least, it was the fact that they had redone the factions. So it used to be there was a number of deities that you were kind of assigned to, and that was the whole deal, which was cool. It wasn't the greatest system, admittedly. I think realistically, I think a tag system like Warhammer Tabletop has is the best option. You have World War I or World War II Marines who stormed Iwo Jima. They're tagged as humans, soldiers, World War II. You have the Marrow. You tag them as alien, Marrow, and then if they're infantry, they get that, or if they're a hero, they get that, or whatever it may be.
We have located useful enemy intel on the southern perimeter. These Imperial Guardsmen will help you along the way.
There's a lot of ways it could be done and introduced, and they wouldn't be that difficult to comprehend either. That's a big thing, is complexity would be minimal. That's why if I can figure out how to do it, I will make my own miniatures game. Be the change you want to be, and that's how I view it. I'll step up and do it. It's the actual production is the difficult part. Short of that, it's not that difficult to really come up with this stuff. Balancing? Yeah, balancing can be a pain. But the rest of this is pretty basic, especially the business aspect of, hey, should we not promote this at all and then wait and see if people will just stumble upon it and give us money? No, that was stupid. It makes me sad too, because the terrain pieces, the hexagon tiles, were really good. And even if you weren't using them for Heroscape, They were a fantastic investment for things like Battletech / Mech Warrior, depending. I hate that the franchise has gone under 2 different names depending on what it is and all that. I think Battletech's the main name for them. I don't even know anymore. Oh wow, there is just over here, and that's it. Still gonna go to the end of this just to be sure, but the rest of these tiles don't even connect. I guess the game... No, because these are curated tiles. A curated map. They are set up in a set way. So I was about to say maybe the game forces X number of tiles, and the developers just said, nah, just knock a few out or have their connection points spun. But even that doesn't fully sync up. Very peculiar. Either way, it's a shame. Sucks to see a good game like that go away, but such is when people aren't really focusing on it too much. I don't remember. I think that was Wizards of the Coast who made it too, which they're under enough flack as is.
The data slate you found has a unique encryption litanies running. You need to access a decryption terminal.
I had mentioned it before, I think, but their investors are saying that Wizards is screwed up and is either intentionally or unintentionally damaging Magic the Gathering and the company as a whole. Which is interesting to think about. But I feel like that whole company's kind of going down the tubes. Just how they've handled D&D, for instance, is... ooh boy. Lots of problems, lots of really stupid things. But that's part of the community. And at the same time, I can hold the community to a higher standard, but I can't be surprised when they fail to meet it. Like I had mentioned a while back when there was the announcement, people were making a big deal over a book coming out that allows demons and devils to be good characters. I saw people, oh, why do we even have the alignment chart? And I thought, and I had said it even on here. Book of Vile Darkness and specifically the Book of Exalted Deeds for 3.035 allowed that. So it's nothing new. Redemption has always been an option in D&D. It's just people who don't know this stuff already existed, and they have a problem with it. Which is kinda dumb, because, like I said, it's already been here.
Objectives are met. All
Yay, data
servants
slate.
are now in inquisitorial custody. Praise the Omnisire.
Guess I can't get through there, okay. See, that's not a bad sword. It's one-handed, so it's kind of meh. The idea, like, Rosaria's force field on critical hit. That's not bad. 2% chance sucks horribly, but you could probably work around that if you really wanted to. I don't. But you probably could. Alright. Oh, cool. I actually went over to the right one. That's just a straight line. Okay. A little alarming. Reflect heat damage, that's fine. Physical resist, completely irrelevant.
Xenos, demons, heretics. Enact the Emperor's will and purge the universe of their taint. Let hatred be our shield and their blood our salvation.
Another time being a primarily heat damage character wins for me. Oh, he died. God, these guys just drop so easy sometimes. Just made me think of Eternal Crusade again. Because they had a PvE mode against Tyranids, but it was so poorly done that you as a Space Marine could easily get bodied by a single Termagant. Or a single Hormagant. It was so bad. I remember seeing footage of it, and all I could think is, you're supposed to be fighting just hordes of these guys. How did you manage to get that wrong? The Tyranids are the easiest of factions to represent in a game. Just sheer numbers. That's all it is. They're flimsy individually, and their elites are dangerous. But alas, I don't think we're ever going to see a game on par with it, though. I'd like Space Marine 2 to do it. If Space Marine 2... I can't imagine they'll do a big multiplayer push, but if the game does good and the multiplayer has enough sustain, I think they might consider focusing on a more multiplayer-oriented game. Still hope they have Dreadnoughts as like a normal thing. I'd like to see them kind of treat Dreadnoughts and Psychers and stuff like that, Librarians, as kind of like the hero units in Battlefront. Speaking of Battlefront, I saw another thing. People were talking about how 5 years later, finally Battlefront 2 is worthy of its name, and I'm thinking, why 5 years later? They haven't done a damn thing for the game in, I think, 2 years? They stopped supporting it. It's just kind of dead at this point. And I don't think it ever earned the name of a Battlefront game. We never got a Galactic Conquest. We never got a proper ship-to-ship assault mode. Hell, ship combat in general felt like an afterthought. There were so many things that it never, in my eyes, earned the title.
Their demise is your salvation, Inquisitor.
But with that said, the game, it's not bad. I'm not gonna say it isn't, but... or say that it is bad. It's decent for what it is. It just could be better. Got it. I hope we hear something about Space Marine 2 come Game Awards on December 8th. Because that, I think, lines up around a year since Space Marine 2 was first announced. And just me being me here, I think they would probably give a release date. Because you don't announce something like that without a release date in mind. Because you have to be at least somewhat far along in the development pipeline before you're going, yeah, we need to get a video out to show people. You're not going to do that when you have 3 ideas and barely anything scraped together. You're pretty far along. So, getting a release date this year makes sense. Hang on, I'm supposed to have a data slate that was supposed to be from here that goes here, because there's a mission between these two. Ah, we probably screwed that up. Don't know how, considering there was nowhere I could have searched for the data slate. But whatever. We'll just keep going this way then. Guess I can kind of start dropping the superstition and go for that. Heat resist for elites, that's gonna suck. Oh well.
Our scanners have picked up unknown energy signatures that indicate the presence of a unique Fabricator's artifact in the vicinity. Exact location is unknown. Tech priests predict moderate hostile presence.
Just me running through setting people on fire, just move it or lose it. I got a job to do. I gotta find a fancy artifact. Well, there's a lot in general I'm interested for with Space Marine 2. Because I think it's good. It has to be good. Hopefully. Dear God, I hope it's good. We need a good game. I can't imagine, even if it is super successful, I can't imagine it's gonna pull some big renaissance of 40K games and we're gonna have everybody making them. No, it's still niche. As much as Warhammer feels like it isn't that niche of a hobby anymore, and wargaming in general, it's still really niche. But I have hopes for Saber. They're a decent studio. I just hope they don't go the route of, like, battle passes. Because honestly, here's my thing. I don't think battle passes are inherently bad. I think they're inherently bloated. Because people sit here and they see a 100 slot battle pass, even with a bunch of crap, and they go, oh, it's a good deal, even though you're not going to use 60 of the things probably, if that.
The terminals operating the protective force field have been taken out. You must find another way, Inquisitor.
But you have all this stuff that nobody wants, and it's just flat out bloat. Things that come to the top of my mind are in Modern Warfare 2 right now. There's tracks you can have playing while in your car, different horns, stuff that I look at and think, I don't care. Weapon charms. Weapon charms are a bane in modern gaming. It is a waste of time and resources to have some little dangly bit you're not going to be looking at because you're busy playing the game. By and large, that is a concept that needs to go away. What I think should happen as well is battle passes should be a permanent item. What I mean is, let's say you join a game. You're on season 3. So you missed the first 2 seasons. Instead of saying, oh, well, you should have bought in earlier, get bent, you can go into the store and you can buy Battle Pass 1, 2, and then 3. You activate them any order you want, you can deactivate them when you want, your progress is saved, and you just progress through them. If the concern is, oh, well, then people won't buy the tier skips. Offered bundles. Oh, hey, well, we have a sale right now. 10 tier skips for the price of 5. Some people will go, oh, cool, I saved $5. I'm not gonna sit and grind. Because I'm getting half of them for free, I'll just throw the $5 at the game. The mentality of it's only $5 goes very far with people. And I think it is completely reasonable. And it's also very nice as a player. Because there are times where you can blitz through a battle pass or something. And then you're sitting there going, well, I got nothing to do. And in those times, you stop playing. But this way, you could come in late and go, okay, well, I already managed to grind out the first battle pass. I got time, I'm going to start working on the second one before Season 3 starts. Or I got Season 3 done, half of 1 done, and then Season 4 started, so I'm going to take a break from 1 and go do Season 4. You already paid for the pass. You're entitled to eventually grind and get the stuff. And based on these passes, a lot of them, it's not like you're really... it's not like the company's really spent that much time and money developing the things. Oh, at this level you get a sticker to put on your gun. It is a PNG. That is all it is. It is a PNG that realistically, if the artist had a good idea and they didn't have to do a ton of back and forth with their higher-ups, could potentially do it in a day. And that's being fairly generous. Because I know artists who can knock out little things like that very quickly. So it's stuff like that, it's... If for Call of Duty, it's the weapon blueprints where they're not even that great. All it is like a... Oh, this weapon is now gray and black because it's or it's like a blue rarity, and you get, I don't know, 3 attachments. Ooh. It's not that big. Not that big of a deal. It doesn't realistically take that long. It's not some animated ultra level thing that you see some of these where you pay like $25-$30 for a weapon skin. And I also do wonder what you'd even be able to do realistically for a Warhammer game. Because it's not like the armors have a lot of... I don't know, they have detail, but they don't have decals. The only thing I could see is certain armor pieces being locked. Different helmet patterns and different pauldron and shin guard and chestplate patterns. But then you're mixing and matching, and while you can to a degree, because you could do like a Corvus helmet with another set, that one is a little more free to mix and match. But you're not gonna see Thunder Warrior armor with a Primaris helmet. You just aren't. That's so anachronistic and just weird that there's no way they would do it. I don't know, the easiest way they could make money on the game is just selling extra skins for different chapters. You get basic Space Marines, but if you want deluxe, fancy-looking Space Marines, give us $10. You want fancy-looking Plague Marines, give us, another 10 or 5 or whatever you're gonna price it out at. I'm not even really concerned about the game in terms of mechanics like shooting or anything like that. If they stick to how it was in OG Space Marine, they're fine. Granted, I'm me, and I'm a lot more accepting of stuff being like that, while some people get absolutely butt frustrated because reasons.
Have been met. The Xenox artifact is now in Inquisitorial custody. Praise the Omnisar.
Ooh, psychic focus. I am now interested. Hey, we got a key. Cool. Alright, so let's quick check that out. Actually, I got a bunch of crap. I gotta mulch this. Alright, what do we got? If it was a 5 stat, that'd be perfect. Oh, hey, we actually got that finished. Bonus damage against stunned enemies, critical chance. Chance to stun on critical hit. Okay, so that isn't terrible. It's not a bad implant, it's just... it's not super fantastic. I'll accept it, though. Nope. Need to go through other stuff still. Personal teleporter... I mean... honestly, it sucks. There's no two ways around it. And that's a 4 slot, which is inconvenient. Suffer damage from using psychic skills. Apparently, I just can't damage myself from using psychic skills at this point. Because I'd really like to get these fully done. Granted, this warp focus I need to just dump at some point. The chance to cause bleeding on physical crit would be cool, except I rarely cause physical crits. 46 damage against for burning effects would be good, but everything else it's not worth it, unfortunately. I'm not surprised. It kind of comes with the territory. But whatever, it happens. But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button, it helps out the channel a lot, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.